It is undeniably hot right now. Do you guys feel that?
Well, isn't it obvious with my sweat? You know, climate change has been bringing us into something.
There, you got it. That climate change. Earth's temperature has risen by an average of 0.08 degrees Celsius per decade since 1880, or about 2 degrees Fahrenheit in total.
And what was the reason?
Well, climate change, for a fact that it is a global issue that refers to the long term changes in Earth's climate patterns, such as temperature, precipitation, and wind patterns, is caused by human activities, primarily the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation. Will we ever learn?
That won't end there. It also has significant implication for the planet, including extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and the loss of biodiversity. Did you also know that Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or the IPCC, being the leading authority on the topic, published numerous reports since 1990 that have consistently shown that climate change is real and is caused by human activity and poses significant risk to the planet.
Climate change is indeed alarming, and that is probably the reason why there are existing and continuous international efforts to address it. First off is the Kyoto Protocol in 1997, which aimed to reduce the emission of gases that contribute to global warming. The said protocol called for reducing the emissions of 6 greenhouse gases in 41 countries plus the European Union to 5.2% below 1990 levels. Wow, that really says a lot about the prevention of adverse effects of climate change to people.
Right? Also, according to United Nations, there is an agreement in Paris, and it is legally binding international treaty on climate change. It was adopted by 196 parties at the UN Climate Change Conference in Paris, France on December 12, 2015. And you won't believe that the agreement covers climate change mitigation, adaptation, and finance.
Wait, people keep talking about us humans being the primary cause of climate change. But how? In what way?
Do you see what my eyes can see? Have you ever saw someone in your community that keeps burning their waste? That. That is a common example of the causes of climate change.
Oh, that is why, according to the European Commission, burning fossil fuels, cutting down forests, farming livestock are increasingly influencing the climate and the Earth's temperature, resulting to the enormous amounts of greenhouse gases being added to those naturally occurring in the atmosphere, increasing the greenhouse effect and global warming.
As we're talking about the causes, let's not forget who will be affected and who are now experiencing the impacts of climate change. The impacts of climate change are far-reaching and include more frequent and intense extreme weather events, such as heat waves, droughts, floods, and hurricanes. Climate change also affects biodiversity, with many species at risk of extinction due to changes in their habitats and the timing of seasonal events.
Is there anything we can still do? Yes, we can still do something.
The need for individual efforts to minimize greenhouse gas emissions, such as using public transportation, decreasing onto energy used, and promoting renewable energy, is essential for combating climate change. Furthermore, governments and businesses need to invest in renewable energy, support efforts to adapt to climate change, reduce emissions, and transition to a low-carbon economy.
Let us strengthen the commitment under the Paris Agreement.
Transition away from the use of coal, oil, and natural gas to clean, safe, and renewable energy.
Transition to zero-carbon transportation systems with an emphasis on active transportation.
Build resilient communities in the face of climate change.
We can still do something to combat the impacts of climate change. We can still help the future generations.
threatening to undo decades of progress in development and health. Climate change is an urgent global health issue. Take it seriously. We are losing Mother Nature.